I had a teacher in high school who self-proclaimed she had orangutan arms because her arms would reach down to her knee, and she wasn't
really
even
weird.
that tall. Anyway, sorry. That was a tangent.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Amy. I am the build chair for last year and also this upcoming year.
I'm Beichen, and I'm a driver, co-head driver for like 2 months.
What was it like being kind of thrown into the head driver role?
Yeah, it was fun. It was like nice to be part of crew, and it was like nice to sort of know a little bit more about what's happening other than just like among the drivers. So yeah.
What went well this year?
Toward the build, I don't think we got as far as we wanted, but I'm really happy that we got all the materials and we have a head start on the molds, which was the hard part to do, I think.
We have a lot of good pushers, young pushers especially, like freshmen, sophomores.
I also think like team-wise, mechanics were really, really clean this year.
They were, yeah. The head mechanics especially like really focused on doing things right instead of like doing a whole lot of things. It's like pick one and just keep doing it over and over.
Towards second semester, I had to take a step back, but I was never ever worried because I knew the head mechanics could handle it. I knew they had like a really dedicated like group of mechanics.
The mechanics this year are like really enthusiastic
Yeah.
about buggy, so a lot of them I think hopefully will return next year too.
It's a lot of stress off of like everyone else's shoulders when the mechanics are working so well.
What didn't go so well?
Race day, the spins, obviously. We were going a lot faster than we normally would, so that's something that's easily fixable. Like if we have the pushers and if we have the time to get our drivers next year up to speed, it's like something the drivers could practice, and like it won't be a problem. But
Are you nervous? You feel like you're shivering.
no, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. A spin is, like you said, a fixable problem, and it's a good problem to have. I'm disappointed we didn't get to do more on the builds. I think part of that was when I had to step back, no one else was there to fill like the gap, and we're trying to fix that next year by having multiple build chairs.
What do you need from us?
You want to go first?
No. Drivers, we don't need too much. It's just that we're really excited about like the new buggy coming out. The whole idea of like a series of buggies that are going to replace the ones that like we're used to is really cool. And since it's like buggy 100, it's always super nice to get like alumni to support, whether it's like monetary so that we can work on the build and that we can make like new buggies that are like top of the line, or if it's just like being more involved in like communicating with like current students. It's also just like really encouraging to see that like all these people come back just for buggy, just for the team.
I think it's a little more complicated with the build because it's an ongoing process and because it really, really rests on alumni support. I would say that what we need most from alumni is financial support, number one. And also, I guess, if they're available whenever we contact them, like that's, I guess, just support in that way. I feel like we always struggle with building that bridging the gap, whatever, one of those will work. Because we're full-time students and alumni are also like working, it's really hard to like remember to like keep in touch with each other and keep each other informed of the process and what our needs and everything. Things don't happen constantly. They happen maybe in bursts, like here or there. For example, like if something goes wrong with one of our molds and we don't know what's going on, like we might just take a picture and be like, we don't know what to do. When they are there and when they can provide support, it's very, very helpful. Like advice from the alumni is something we really, really need.
Is there anything in your experience that you want to be different, like communication?
I think one thing that like we should focus on is making sure that we're not letting people fall between the cracks. We haven't done a lot of social outings, and I feel like it'd be really good for team bonding. And for retention, I know drivers every now and then we'd like maybe go out for brunch or something, and I think it'd be just good to mingle a bit more, so like drivers get to know pushers and the pushers get to know more mechanics.
I think every year we try to restructure mechanics leadership because there's always something that's a little bit off in terms of efficiency, because a lot of the work falls onto the head mechanic shoulder. We're trying a new system this year where we have like a senior head mechanic who's a second-year head mechanic, and then 2 head mechanics who are doing most of the work but sharing it. But they have a senior head mechanic as support. We'll see how like next year goes. I think it's a step in the right direction.
As a driver, is there anything that you know nobody else could understand unless they've driven a buggy?
The first roll that you ever do, even though you're bagged and stuff, and like you know you're gonna be going slow, it's so scary because it's such like a different perspective. Like I know we're short, but like we're still not like laying on our on the ground like kind of short. Not a lot of people know like how sore your shoulders get, and like so like because for me at least, I don't come out of the buggy between rolls during morning rolls. So if your hands are like always at that position and your shoulders like always scrunched up over there, they get sore. If you like position your arms a little bit off, your hands will go numb. So then you have to like move it and then you just like shake yourself off.
Oh my god, your hands are so short. That's literally insane. Alright,
Wait.
I just need to see that. When you did this, I was like, that can't be right.
Do you have any other like final thoughts?
We want to get the buggy out by December. Over the summer, the goal is to build a mold, and for the next semester is to build the buggy. But more immediate goals would be like meetings to get the timeline down, meetings to get alumni support down where we need it, and meetings to get budget down. I have 1 more year, I guess. I want to make it a really good year. It's my senior year into buggy 100, so that's what.
That's true. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
What did you do?
I leaned back and something cracked,
Good.
but
good.
we're fine.
Yeah?
We're absolutely fine.
That's true.
So.
Don't worry, now they're just gonna go in.